Okay, perfect. All right, ladies, let's get started. I want to first thank everybody for plugging in, people as they're coming in from all over the country, logging on to our Project 2000 Sunday night training webinar. If you're new to the team, we do this training webinar every Sunday evening at 9 p.m. To get you going. We had a phenomenal weekend blitz. We ran the presentation every 2 hours, Saturday and Sunday. I want to congratulate all of our participants for plugging in and getting guests in. I know we had some new partners that got started. One partner got started on Friday's webinar and has already got 4 partners from tonight's in the last 2 nights by plugging them into the webinars. With so many people that are taking advantage of these promotions that is put on the table, and you want to make sure you're doing that as well. We're going to have some announcements we're going to share with you. I got our CEO, Mr. Scott Tomer. Very rarely, guys, do you actually get the CEO of your company to come on and do your training. They usually assign somebody to do that, but he's the best of the best. He realizes and recognizes that you guys are a force to be reckoned with. We're going to be breaking records and numbers all throughout the country, throughout the company, and he wants to get to know who the movers and shakers are. So we want to make sure that all of you are in place and all of you are receiving the correct information. They have some phenomenal marketing tools he's going to go over. They got a phenomenal back office he's also going to share about. Let me just share some things with you before I turn the call over to him. As you know, we are beta testing our loans, homes, and credit repair. And we started with the loans in 5 cities: New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, and what was the 5th city? I'll go back to that. I'll go back to that. I'm not sure which one it is. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, I believe Maryland. But we got another 5 cities that are opening up in
turn this down.
Opening up in another in another week or so. I want to congratulate Miss Barbara Lofton. She was our very first person that's submitted, and she's out of Arlington, Texas. And Pennsylvania is our 5th city. That's it. She submitted a person for a loan in Pennsylvania that's now been verified. And congratulations, Barbara. Again, we're going to be paying $85. So $70 is going to go to the referral, and then $15 is going to go to that team bonus leader. So you want to make sure you get your 3 and free, because once you get your 3 and free, you are a team leader and you're going to be receiving a $15 override on every lead that comes to your organization. So I'm excited about that, and I hope you are too. So now, without further ado, guys, I want to turn the call over.
Okay.
Hold on. Turn the call over to our CEO. That's from Surge 365. It's been an absolute honor working with this gentleman. He's been a phenomenal person to deal with. He has the utmost integrity. Everything he said he was going to do, he has done. He is really rolling out the red carpet for everybody, for our team that's coming through. So I'm excited about that. So without further ado, let me bring on to the call Mr. Scott Tomer. Scott, are you with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
Be loud and clear, sir.
All right. Well, you know, I think a couple things. I just want to start.
And your name on the
webinars,
Ralph Newton, right?
Wow, what a team! I mean, when you think, Dwayne, what's happened? I mean, Wednesday was kind of a transition day. Thursday, we started doing applications. And what you and the team
I see you have a blonde ponytail. I said, okay, he's on the run.
In a short period of time, it's crazy. And so my hat's off to you, your leadership, the team.
All right, that's all we need. Your email.
And I am just thrilled to be working with you. Hey, a couple of things I do want to let you know about. One, all of the emails should have already gone out to SBAs. Now, SBAs are
independent. This is different because I remember one had you and
whatever they might have been called in the past. But that's where you are going to have your websites you can sign people up at. It's where you're going to back off.
1374. Yeah, the application is even easy.
And so I just want to let you know that check your junk mail if you've not had that come in yet from Surge, because those all should have gone out. If they haven't, Dwayne, let us know. We'll resend those, because we want everybody to have their back office up and running, and also their replicated site where they can sign people up. Another thing I want you to know, registering for the convention, when you get to the checkout, put in project, the number 2, the letter K, and that's going to reduce the price down to $149 for this group. Dwayne, we started talking. I mean, we've been talking off and on for a while, but we've been talking intensely, for the last several weeks, and got a chance to meet you for the first time in Atlanta with some of your key people. And my goodness, to think what's happened in such a short period of time it's almost a little scary. I mean, to think about the fact that in less than a week, you're going to earn with our company. I mean, are you ready? Are you ready to hear? I mean, I'm having a hard time saying this. You got to have a hard time believing it. But in the comp plan, you're looking at earning 50 grand in a week. That's crazy. And what that's going to do for your team, and they say the speed of the leader determines the pace of the pack. My goodness, you're going to have quite the pack going here, buddy. So we just wanted to extend this to your entire team. So if you're going to San Diego, which I highly recommend, and I know that most of you maybe aren't even aware of what our director program is, but that's, Dwayne, I know that you got sights set on doing that, maybe even by convention. And that's where we buy a car, we ship it to you, we show up and give you the keys for it. We pay for the car, we pay for the insurance, we send you $2,000 extra a month to put gas in it. That's our car program as far as what's included with the directors. And I really believe that that's going to happen for sure this summer, and I think it's going to happen by convention. So we just want you to know that we're completely supporting. We're going to do everything that we can, but I'm just going to tell you, I believe this from the bottom of my heart. Not everybody who goes to convention is going to become a director, but everybody who becomes a director is going to be there. And so we're going to encourage you to get there. Dwayne, I know we talked earlier. You got a room block going out at the hotel. I can't wait to meet you and your team. So just want you to know, Project, PROJECT, the number 2, the letter K, is going to get you a $149 registration. Now, the other thing I want you to know is tomorrow we have a locker room call. Now, a locker room call is designed for regional builders, national builders, and directors. But here's what I'm going to tell you, Dwayne. We talked about this a little bit earlier. This is a play we're calling that's not a typical play, but what your team has done hasn't been typical. So if you believe you're going to be a regional builder and you want to get on that call tomorrow, we're going to really be focusing and shining a spotlight on Dwayne, you and the team, then I'm going to give you that number right now. And don't tell anybody I gave it to you, but the number is 515-739-1010. That's 515-739-1010. The PIN number that you'll use is 560669#. That's going to be at noon Eastern time, and so that's our leadership call. And all I know, Dwayne, is for a lot of times we get way too much credit for what the team does because we happen to be the person that is leading the team. But I know that you did not accomplish what was accomplished without a great team. And while some of the numbers may not be at that regional builder level where you've earned the 5 bonuses, I want to invite all of you that would like to participate on the call tomorrow to please call in. It's hosted every week by my father. We call him Coach. Chris Coakley and I are always on. We got the home office team on. We talk about the week. We talk about the leaders. And we focus on the leadership of what happened the previous week. And I just know that tomorrow is going to be a celebration, Dwayne, for what you and your team have accomplished. You asked me on this to do a little bit of training on some stuff, and I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to let you know that most of the things that I'm going to cover are pretty intuitive. We're going to start with the mobile app. The mobile app is something that we really pioneered about 2.5 years ago as we were looking to launch Surge. And what this is, it's a download that you can go to the App Store, okay? And now, could you see my screen, Dwayne?
Yes, we see it. You see it.
Okay. I just want to make sure the screen was on. So you log in your back office, okay? And the way that you log in your back office is the email that was sent from the company is going to give you your username, and it's going to give you your password, okay? That's how you're going to log in to your back office. In your back office, there are icons. The icon that you'd be looking at here is the one on the right-hand side, Surge, the S365 mobile app. What you want to do is you want to go to the App Store, and then you're going to download, if you got an Apple or an Android, you're going to download the appropriate one. And then there's a mobile app webinar. I'm going to kind of highlight a couple things, but this webinar is about 30 minutes. It's going to walk you through exactly how to set it up, everything you need to do, how you get your upline in so that you can do those three-way calls. So I think the first thing you do is you watch the webinar, okay? And then you can use this to start prospecting. So in here, you got the buttons that are set up to prospect. And a lot of times we're using this just for it's just a first contact, okay? Where you can judge a person's level of interest. Then there's a video library where you can send specific videos to them, okay? There's the three-way call feature, which when you upload your upline, okay, into the app, you can send something out that says, hey, I got somebody that I need an upline, and whoever you have in your upline, all of them, if you have 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, 10 people, every single person will get an alert on their phone saying, hey, I got a live one, who's available? And then you, as an upline, can respond, I'm available in 15 minutes. I can do it right now. I'm not available at all. You can also see that somebody else is able to catch that. It's a tremendous feature because there's nothing worse than having a prospect that you want to three-way into an upline, and all of a sudden you got to start trying to find out, can I get a hold of them, okay? There's events that you can invite people to. There's a presentation where you can play videos, like if you're at a coffee shop or one-on-one. There's even an enroll feature where you can enroll customers or SBAs directly from your phone, also on your tablets, okay? Just as an idea in the prospecting, there's some pre-programmed prospecting. You go in, you're gonna select, do I want to send this as a text? It's gonna go in and download all of your prospects, all the people you have in your phone can be uploaded, in other words, into the app. You can then check, I want to send this by text, I want to send it by email, I want to send it by both. There are things that you can do that are pre-programmed. You can also do customized. This is just one, need a quick favor. This is the text message. Hey, Scott, can you text me when you get a moment? I need a quick favor. I'm hoping you can help me out, okay? The emails can basically be the same thing. When they respond, then you can then either send, then you're going to choose what you want to send them. This is one that's out there that you can send. That's basically 1 minute and 5 seconds. It's the one, I don't know if you've seen it with me in the sports car, where it really talks about, where I was not that long ago and how I was broke looking for an opportunity, and this industry provided that for me. The great thing about these videos is as soon as the person opens it, you're going to get an alert that says, in this case, okay, I think this person, Ryland was the name. So Ryland just viewed the video. It's going to tell you if they completed it, if they watched it entirely, if they stopped at some point. You're going to know all this, okay? Then as soon as you know that they've watched it, and I wouldn't call immediately because that kind of freaks people out, okay? You can call them and say, hey, I want to follow up, see if you watched the video. What'd you like best about what you saw? Would you like some more information? Whatever it is. And Dwayne, I'm not going to do a training on how to use the tool because you're doing such an awesome job with the team. You'll tell them how to do it. I'm just kind of explaining how this platform works. So you're going to get these notices. You also have the ability to download. I'm getting kind of ahead of myself here. Okay. So let's just take this as the PowerPoint's laid out. So here's what I do: download the app, watch the webinar. That's where you're going to learn how to use it. The other thing I would do is I would send the videos to yourself, the text to yourself first. That way you know exactly how it comes across. By the way, when you watch it, you're going to get an alert in your phone that says you just watched the video, okay? So you're going to see exactly how it works. Then you also have the ability to set reminders so you can follow up. Let's say, Dwayne, that I said, is it okay if I follow up with you in 24 hours? You can set an alert on your phone that 24 hours from the time you sent the video, there's a reminder that says follow up with Dwayne. You can do it at 24 hours, 3 days, and 7 days. And here's what we believe, that if you let, because I believe, Dwayne, that our business is to not necessarily are we supposed to sort people. We put them in a system and they kind of sort themselves so that we can spend our time investing in those who show an interest. So that's the mobile app, okay? The fee for the mobile app is included in your $10 monthly SBA fee. There's no additional cost. I've seen systems not as sophisticated as this, not as thorough as this, that are somewhere in that $10 to $29 a month range. This is included in your monthly SBA fee. The other thing that's included, and I'm not going to cover this in great detail because Dwayne says that you're familiar with it, that's TaxBot. TaxBot by Sandy Bodkin. Again, you go into your back office, you look at that icon where you see the arrow right now, okay, click on it. It's going to bring up exactly what you need to do, okay, and walk you through how to sign up for TaxBot, okay. With the enrollment process in it is going to use the very same. It's going to use the very same email that was associated with your SBA account, and then you're just going to confirm the password. We couldn't make it much simpler than this. All right, that's also included in that monthly SBA fee. Now I want to take and look at our back office. I'm gonna kind of point out some things, but then you really need to, as you get in your back office, and again, the emails were supposed to have been sent. Check if you didn't get it. Check in your junk mail to see if it got put in there. But then what you do is you're going to log in. The email and password is going to be in that email to you, so that you know exactly our username, which is your email, password, which is what you chose. But we're going to remind you of that. And then in the back office, I'm just going to go through a few of the things that you're going to have to be able to utilize. All right. First thing you're going to see is a Surge 365 Academy. I've got that highlighted with the arrow. This is where there's a getting started, and this getting started video was done by Chris Coakley, who's a very good friend, a longtime friend. Dwayne, you and him go back all the way to the A.O. Williams days. We don't even want to count the number of decades that's been. Okay. But Chris is going to walk through a training, and this is a great training for you to send your people to, so that they can. This takes a lot of the heavy lifting from you of how do I get started, okay? And this is a video that Chris does.
Hello and welcome to
You're going to see that it's there, okay? But then what he's also going to say in that video is inside the Surge 365 Academy, we've broken that down in the 100 series. We've broken what he did down into 5 different lessons, if you will, and kind of broke them into the lessons. People can listen to them all at once. If they just listen to the video that you just saw with Chris, it'll be all at one time. If they want to kind of take it in bite-sized pieces, you can see these are anywhere from, I think, like 7 to as much as 13 minutes. There's 5 sections. But Dwayne, I just believe that everybody should send your people here first, because it's going to answer a lot of the questions they're going to have for you. It's going to talk about the time commitment. It's going to talk about their warm market, their list. Who are they going to talk to? And it's going to save you a lot of time, because anything that you can have done by you through technology is better than you doing it each time individually, okay? Now, in the back office, in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see menu. If you hover over menu, it's going to bring up these different sections. If you look at resources, then under resources, there's basically 5 different things. There's the business forms and account updates. There's the comp plan. So if you want the explanation of the comp plan, it's there. There's other documents that are important as far as your SBA business, okay? Then there's a place you can download certificates for recognition at meetings. We have English and Spanish presentations. There's prospecting, training. There's even subscriber videos that are all under resources. And so I joke about this, but it's true. Every question you could possibly ask is answered in your back office. We kind of joke about it that we found out the best way to hide this information from reps is to put it in the back office and put a bright shining light on it, okay? So I'm not saying you're not going to need help from your upline, but when you learn where stuff is in your back office, then when someone calls you and says, can you explain to me, then what you can do is say, man, that's a great question. Go to your back office, under resources, under videos. you're going to see the video that describes exactly in much better detail than I could. You can watch as many times as you want. And so that frees you up, because what we need to be doing as leaders is prospecting and closing and recruiting and motivating. Not necessarily are we teaching. Now, we need to know it, but more than important than knowing it, we need to know where it's at so we can send people to it, okay? The next thing I'm going to cover is earnings. In earnings, this is your commission history. So you're going to be able to go in there, and in every single time you're paid, you can see that those are highlighted, okay? Like July 31st, that was the monthly income, okay? There was July 28th, which was the weekly. If you click on that blue that you can see on the left-hand side of the commission history report, it'll open up and show you exactly who made the sale, who it was made to, and how much you made on each sale. If you are a team builder and you made the sale, it'll show you direct sale commission. It'll show you then the override on the team builder. Even if that's you, it'll just show you twice. It'll show, here's what you made for selling it, here's what you made for overriding yourself. It does that on everything. Every single thing that you get paid on is shown in the back office, including who are the 7 people that went in to make up my $1,000 bonus, okay? Under reports, folks, we got more reports than we may have too many. There's not a single aspect of your business that can't be tracked in your back office, okay? You can look at personal progress towards your next goal. In other words, where am I toward my promotion? Where am I toward 3 and free? Where am I toward qualified to override? Where am I toward my next $1,000 bonus? Where am I toward my $10,000 bonus? My promotion to regional builder, to national builder. Where am I at toward director? Every single thing that we promote, there's a report for it. You can also look at how close your team members are to their next promotion. So Dwayne, in your back office, you're going to be able to look and say, who do I have in my team builder group that's only one sale away from being a team builder themselves? So that's a person you can call up and say, look, how can I help you? What can I do to help you get one more sale so you can become team builder? Knowing that that's also one more sale toward your $1,000 bonus. You can get reports that are specific to your rank. In other words, you're not going to be able to look at regional builder reports until you're a regional builder. Same with national builder. There are reports that directors have that no one else has. So you're going to be able to, every step of the way inside your business, you know exactly where you are, where every single person in your team builder group is, and then you can look and find anybody in your hierarchy, okay? Then we have the team reports. So you can search for a specific person in a searchable genealogy, or you can look at it based on rank. You could take someone and say, look, I want to see this person, and then everybody that they have in their group. Now, you're not going to have all the contact information. You're not going to have all the emails and phone numbers unless it's your team builder group. But you're going to be able to see a person's organization. You're going to be able to see. And if you hover over a person, you'll be able to see exactly what that person is. In other words, you see a person, let's say you look down there, and I'm maybe Scott Tomer is 12 people removed from you, but if you hover over me to say, I'm a regional builder, I'm qualified to override. It'll tell you about me, whether I'm an active SBA, whether I'm an active, if my membership is active, without ever leaving the report, okay? Now, I just got to tell you that these reports were all built by someone who's been working with Dad and I for, wow, almost 16 years. This was our IT guy was a pup when we found him, but he grew up in network marketing. He now understands network marketing. He's behind all of our reports, folks. This stuff has been tested. Now, Serge, granted, we just started March of 2015, but the legacy company, all of the infrastructure, our home office, the IT infrastructure has all been built over the last 16 years. So I just want you to know that these are very thorough reports. They've been extremely tested by massive numbers. So I know that these are going to give you exactly what you're looking for, okay? Now, on the right side of your back office, there's a place where you can review that welcome email, okay? The personal information is where you can edit. Let's say you move or get a new phone. You can edit that information. Let's say you want your website to be different than the name that's in your, let's say you got a business name because for tax purposes, but you want your website to use your name. You can make those changes there on both your Surge 365 replicated site and the Vortex. The subscriptions is where you manage your payment details. Order history shows everything you've ever paid us, every time, date, everything. There's nothing about the business. When there's a transaction that happens, there's nothing about that is hidden from you. And then the commission history is just a shortcut to your earnings report, okay? Now, this is where I believe this snapshot is all I need to run my business. You know, Dad was a pilot, and I'll never forget the first time I get in a plane with him, and he's showing me the instrument panel. And there were 8 instruments. And I'm looking at all 8 of these instruments at the same time, and I'm thinking, man, I got to know all this stuff to be able to fly. I mean, what happens if he passes out? How am I going to do this? And I said, okay, well, explain the instruments to me. What was crazy was he said, you see the one on the top left hand? I said, yeah. He said, that's a clock. You got that one? I said, okay, I got that one. Now, let's look at the other ones. And so as I looked at it, one was just about, are your wings level? The other was, is your nose going up or down? Are you climbing or are you descending? So once I looked at them individually, I knew exactly what I was doing. This report is exactly that, okay? So let's just take a look at it. The first part you see up there is your earnings. That shows your current weekly earnings and your current monthly pay. Now that will change, just so you know, our pay cycle starts Friday morning at midnight 01, so 12:01 a.m. Central Time, runs to Thursday midnight Central Time. So earnings is going to change throughout the week. This report will stay up until we finalize the earnings, which is on Wednesday. Then it'll go to, and it'll put up what's your current earnings. Monthly is the same way. It's going to show the current month. It's going to show up the first 9 days of the following month, okay? And then once we cycle and pay on the 11th, we close it out on the 9th, then it'll convert to your newest month. So in this case, the person had $1,344.60 in their weekly earnings. Their residual was $1,938.50 at the time the snapshot was taken. The next thing under that, am I qualified to override? You got to keep 3 people active, personally sold by you, to be qualified to override. This person had 22. Now, if I were you, I'd have more than 3, because if you have 2, you're no longer qualified. That means you're not overriding. This person with 22 probably has a very good chance of always having 3. Next thing is where I'm at toward my $1,000 bonus. Now, the Vortex Platinum is 2 points. So each of those sales would be 2 of what we call this is, as Nick Pagano calls it, the little blue men, okay? Every sale that's made is either 1 or 2 points. What you guys are doing right now, even though the price is $199, it's counting as the Vortex Platinum, which is the $399 product, which means every sale is 2 points. Every 14 points triggers a $1,000 bonus. As you can see, this person had 9 of 14 toward the $1,000 bonus. Just so you know, Dwayne, this thing looked like, I don't even know what it looked like. It was definitely lit up more than a Christmas tree with fast blinking lights, because if I'm not mistaken, you were somewhere 9 or 10 bonuses last week. Crazy. But guess what? It's still not the most we've ever had. So go ahead and go out there and get some more. All right. So that's where you can always look at where you're at. Now, once one of these show up, once one of these 14 icons show up, it'll never disappear. You never have to replace fall off. It'll always be there. As soon as you get to 14, $1,000 bonus. Let's say you had 13, you made a sale that was worth 2, the Vortex Platinum. It would give you your 14th $1,000 bonus. And when you open this back up, it would show 1 toward your next 14 needed for the $1,000 bonus. Next thing is where you at toward your $10,000 bonus. This person was 50 towards the $10,000 bonus. You got to have 100. So always you're going to be able to tell exactly where I'm at. Last thing down here is where I'm at toward 3 and free. Now, the only thing that counts toward 3 and free is the Vortex Platinum. That's why you see the difference. QTO was 22 of 3. 3 and free is 16, because 6 of those sales were not the Platinums. This dashboard tells you everything you need to know about your business as far as where you set both income, qualifications, and toward your next bonuses. The next thing I would look at is where I'm at toward my next rank. Okay, this person was 60 of 70 points needed to become a regional builder. That means that 10 more points or 5 Vortex Platinum sales, they would become a regional builder. So that was the goal that they were shooting for. Another thing that you can do, and I'd encourage you to do this, is to go in there and put in a picture of your why. So there's actually a place in your back office, and that you can upload a picture of your why, a description of it, and that is mine. I want to play Augusta National Golf Course. That's where they play the Masters. And it's a long story, and one day you'll hear it, but that's my why. And when you guys help our company grow to 30,000 people, then I'm going to be able to treat myself to play Augusta. Okay? So your why is probably different than mine, but you can upload yours, and the great thing is then your upline is going to be able to see what your why is. So that's really the stuff that's in the back office, Dwayne, and I'm going to encourage you, get in there, play around. But here's what I also know. The best way to understand our promotions, our compensation, our override structure is to go recruit somebody and make a sale. Because when you go make a sale and it shows up in your back office that you got paid, I promise you understand the comp plan. When you get your promotion to team builder, you'll understand how to get promotions. When you get that first $1,000 bonus, you will be an expert on explaining how to get $1,000 bonuses. When you get to regional builder, and by the way, at regional builder, folks, I got to tell you, you probably, because you've earned at least $5,000 bonuses, your earnings are probably somewhere over $6,000. So that's the best way to understand this. Dwayne, I know that there's no way in a short period of time that I can put everything about the back office in, but I just want you to know, you get in there and play around with it. You can't break it. It's been tried. It's been proven. It's been tested. Okay. And I don't believe there's anything you could possibly want from a reporting standpoint, from a ease of understanding standpoint, from the explanation of everything that you could possibly, every question you could ask about the membership, every question you could ask about comp, every single thing is in your back office. So Dwayne, hopefully that's what you were looking for. I'm assuming it might have been close because you didn't interrupt me, but I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Awesome training, but first, Scott, I want to give it back to you. More importantly, give it back to our leaders, because it's not like you said in the very beginning, the speed of the leader is the speed of the crew. You know, we got some individuals like Dr. Sean Carter came out and hit that $1,000 bonus twice in the first 24 hours. Was the Vincent Montgomery hit it once, was on the way to his second in the 24 hours. Was the Halim Caduce. He hit it once, and actually I think he's going to hit his second one. I got 4 more apps from him, so he'll be going over his second $1,000 bonus tonight. Mr. Marvin Sykes won, and then we got so many more leaders that are coming up that I know without a shadow of a doubt will be hitting $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 bonuses before convention. I know for a fact we're going to have at least 3 to 4 regional builder promotions before convention, and possibly 1 national builder before convention, which is only in the next few weeks. So we're just getting our feet wet here. We're just learning this game. But one thing our team knows, you know, we move as a unit, and we're all about each one teach one. We're all about, you know, we can't move forward unless we help somebody else move forward. So Scott, you're never going to hear me talk about my bonuses, because you know what, my bonus is really irrelevant. I'm more concerned about 90 people hitting 90 bonuses in 90 days. That's what I'm more concerned about. If I can help 90 people hit 90 bonuses, I'll tell you, that's going to be the story that we're going to be shouting from the rafters. You know, a lot of our partners, you know, we're having the mid Project 2000 is going to be a dinner. You and Chris will be there in New Jersey. And mark my words, watch how many people you see walk across the stage getting their $1,000 bonus to being recognized for obtaining that level, some hitting multiple $1,000 bonuses by that time in September. So we're excited about that. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna open it up to some Q&A, to the question and answers to any of the partners that's on this webinar. If you guys have a question, just type in the Q&A section or the chat section, and we'll ask Scott the question and that you may have to this point. Remember, if you got on the webinar late, they are manually processing our applications because the product did not exist. You know, Scott and Chris did us a phenomenal offering.
Hey, Dwayne, we lost you.
I lost you. Can you guys hear me? You got to come out the gate running.
Yep, thank you.
Perfect. You got to come out the gate running. You know, and especially in these first 30 days. These first 30 days is so crucial because it's going to judge your whole career here. Mark my words. If you sit back and wait and do nothing, you're going to spend your whole career sitting back and doing nothing. But if you come out the gate, you know, we just ran these every 2-hour webinars for the last 2 days. And I'll tell you guys, we got some good applications, but you know something? It should have been, those webinars should have been packed. They should have been packed with guests. Because if you understood what I understand, if you understand what you have before you, first of all, there's no company out there, and you guys are beta testing our real estate. There's nobody out there doing it. We're the first company coming here with Surge that's going to offer real estate that you're going to get paid for just the lead. That's the first thing. The second thing is that this comp plan is so simple. 3 and free, 7 for 1,000, 100 for 10,000. And that's all we want a chance. And make sure that you guys are able to obtain. So if you guys, so load up the Q&A so we can ask a question. I can ask your questions. Mr. Lane is asking one more time, how do we change our passwords on the app?
All right, and here's what I'm gonna tell you on the specific kinds of questions there. The best thing to do is to fire off to our home office. Just send in a support ticket, and they'll gladly walk you through that. I also know that the people who are behind our app are very hands-on to be able to answer that. So that's a specific question I don't have the answer to, but I know that answer could be gotten very easily first thing in the morning.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay. The second question here is, will the 2-minute peak presentation be in the back office? Once, they're talking about, Scott, they're talking, we have a 2-minute peak presentation for our realtors and loan officers. Once, you guys are the only ones allowed to do the program right now. Once we have all the kinks worked out and everything worked out, then we're going to open it up to Scott and the rest of the Surge family. So we're going to prove that it works. So right now, my answer will be no. But once all the kinks are worked out, I'll make sure that it gets in the back office. Scott, you have any problems with that?
You know, what I like best is that you answered the question. So that was really good. And that's definitely the thing we want to do, because, you know, this is a specific to your organization. Anything you put in the app is open to everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, another question. Will we be able to use a single word URL in? Right now, it seems to require first and last name.
You know, Marie Claire, I'm gonna say the best thing there again is send a support ticket in to the home office or an email into support@surge365.com. I do not believe it requires a first and last name for the URL. I believe that's something you can change as long as the URL is open. But please do not rely on me to be the authority there. I know people in our home office can answer that exactly.
Excellent. Now, Scott, if you will, she said she did. Thanks, Scott. Okay. Scott, will you, again, just kind of let everybody know who you have some folks that are looking for the URL, but they're being they're being manually processed. By tomorrow, all the URLs and everybody should be able to get to their websites, correct?
Yes, and here's what I would do. All the ones that were processed on Thursday were supposed to have already been emailed, but it was a manual process. So here's the thing that's happened. Um, because Dwayne was such a good negotiator and said, look, and it wasn't a hard negotiation, Dwayne, because you said, this is what I need for my team to be able to succeed. And because we're reps first, then what we said was, okay, how can we make this happen? So we created a product that didn't exist to allow your team to get the benefits of the platinum for the price of the plus. So it's a 50% savings. And even in that, we still had the 7 for $1,000 because that was important for all the marketing materials and stuff you'd put together. Okay, so um, so because it was manual, then we had to manually send all the notifications about your membership is active, and and then we had to manually send the your SBA site is active, your replicated site is active. Once this is going where people are actually going to your sites and signing up, this is instantaneous email that goes to them. So as soon as you put in your credit card is processed, instantly an email is going out saying, welcome, here's your usernames, passwords, and how everything works. So that's the only reason that it's taking a little longer is because it was all a manual process to this point.
Excellent. Okay, so these are a couple of questions for me. Can we get the real estate training class information scheduled for Monday? Yes. All right, so those of you, again, because we are beta testing, I am opening up to those of you who transitioned over with us an opportunity to participate. We do a training class every Monday morning. We're on the third class. It's at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I stream it live nationwide, and then we also record it. If you are interested in obtaining a loan officer license for that or a realtor license so that you can be one of the recipients working the loans from the referrals, just shoot me a text. I will forward over the training classes from the last 2 weeks, and you'll get the playbacks going forward. I believe there's 7 classes in total. There's a state exam that's required for your specific state. So, but I will send that out to you tonight for the first 2 classes. The next class is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, it'll be recorded, and it'll also will be streamed live. We're starting with the loan officer stuff, and then we're going to open up the realtor, and then we're going to open up the credit repair. So to make sure we get all the kinks worked out, because I want this to work for you guys, but most importantly, is that for you to make an extra $85 total, but $70 to the person and $15 to the team leader. It is so important that you guys get to get your 3 and free and become a team leader, because now you get that $15 override for every referral that's coming through. So hopefully that answers that. The price is for 60 days, yes. We got a special promo for 60 days, but do not wait for 60 days. You want to sell the sense of urgency. You want to sell is only good for this week, because if you tell people they got 2 months, guess what's going to happen? They're going to wait till the 59th day. So every day is the last day. We got a special, I don't know how long it's going to last, but let's get it while we got it. Do not give people 60 days. Tell them it's only here. It could be gone tomorrow. Take advantage of it today while you can, period. Derek Smalley, are we still using the Travel Your Way to Wealth? Yes, you are. We are going to be changing the videos. They got some great videos in the back office. My IT team is going to be grabbing. We're going to grab 2 videos, and we're going to add that to our Travel Your Way to Wealth, which is our 24-hour link that you can send somebody, and they'll play the Surge video. We're going to play that either Scott Tomer, that little video, that little 1-minute video, the sizzle. They got some great videos, and we'll show that, and you'll have that in conjunction with the mobile app. Let's go to the Q&A. Is signing up the Vortex Platinum the only way to qualify for the $1,000 bonus? Scott, I'll let you explain the $1,000 bonus again.
Okay, so here's the thing. We have now in this promotion, I know that you guys are just absolutely, there's no reason to promote anything except this special that we're doing, the $199, $59.95 a month, and it gets you the whole works. We also have a Vortex Plus. It's the same price, but it doesn't include the membership. That counts as 1 point of the 14 points that are needed for a $1,000 bonus. The Vortex Platinum counts 2 points, so it's worth twice as much. We also have a travel agent only. It's $99. It doesn't include anything about the Vortex. It's just basically you would just want to be a travel agent. That was $99, and it also counts 1 point. Okay, so you don't. So that I hope that answers the question, Bev, that you asked. So each sale has a point value. Travel agent, Vortex Plus are only 1 point. Vortex Platinum is 2 points. 14 points equals $1,000 bonus.
And you can hit it by any variation, guys. So if you're building a 99, you need 14 people. If you're building with the top product, right now we're only pushing. Our only thing that we are pushing from this team is the 199 to get the top of the line at 50% off with a $500 cruise voucher. I mean, there's nothing else left to sell. That's the only thing that we are offering. It's the only thing that's on the table for these next 60 days.
Yeah, it'd be crazy not to. And so, yes. So just any combination of any sales that equals 14 points, we pay the $1,000 bonus on the points.
Excellent. Now, Scott, can you ask? Now with the Vortex Plus, now just so you guys understand what the Vortex is, think of when we came to AGS, we called it the PCM. The Vortex Plus is like our PCM, which simply means you're getting 100% commission on the savings. See, with our PCM, you never knew what you was making because we didn't even know what we were making. We never paid that out. You never got paid on that. But here, you know exactly whatever you save is exactly what you get. With the Platinum, Scott, I'm assuming that was like our elite product where we didn't pay a commission on that and everybody got the reward points. But we had with something called the Boomerang, where people could send to their customers, which are our PCM site, where we got the commission. Do we have that available here at Surge?
Well, the Vortex is something that people don't have to sign up for. They have to sign up for it, but they don't have to pay anything for it. Okay, they get savings. You get paid commission. The difference is if you have the Vortex Platinum, then you get that person's reward credit. So let's say when you had the Vortex Platinum, you sent me a link to the Vortex. Okay, I bought something, saved $50. You'd make $50. But let's say there was 1,000 reward credits that should have gone to me had I been a member. Those 1,000 reward credits go to you instead.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm getting the commission plus reward credits.
You're getting commission plus all the reward credits. And if you have someone in your downline who is not a Vortex Platinum and you're the first up line, then those credits roll up to the first up line that is a Platinum. Okay. Then we also have something called Jump School, and we'll get into that. That's for a different conversation. You and I will talk about Jump School when we want to do our first, and that might be something we even do out in September.
Okay, excellent, perfect. All right, so Marie Claire Brown, is Mr. Coakley's video, he recommends using your own domain name. Will IT support assist with linking 365 to your website?
Okay, and so there's two places that would be possible. Okay, if you had your replicated site that is for your rep site, okay, your SBA site where you're going to sign people up. If you want that to be really what you do, and this is my understanding of it, and IT won't do this, but our home office will help you walk through how to do it. But basically, when you sign up and you get a domain name, all you're doing is you're pointing that domain to your Surge 365 site.
Correct.
So if you want your Vortex to be something besides myvortex365.com / Scott's Travel, if you got Scott's Travel as a domain name, then you could forward Scott's Travel to my.vortex365.com / Scott's Travel. I could just forward it. Okay. So it is something I think a lot of times you can even get that support from the places you buy the domains, that they'll help you forward that, but our people can as well.
Correct. And those, what he's talking about, we actually have. If you notice, all of you that have Travel Your Way to Wealth and .com, and right now we used to point it to the Join Now button, which took you to the AGS sign up. That Join Now will take them right to your Surge 365 sign up. It's just a point and click. It's called a redirection or a mask. And that's very, very simple to do. And we can show you how to do that. So how many different monthly payments are offered and what's included? Now, again, let me answer that, Scott. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are and the only thing you should be talking about is we got a 50% discount off the top of the line product, the Vortex Platinum, which is usually $399, cut in half to $199. As a matter of fact, they can only participate in the real estate with that product, and that's a $59.95 a month. And I'll guarantee you this was going to raise your level of recruiting. I offered this. I had a mortgage banker who has nine offices. He's got 101 loan officers across the country. He is signing up every one of his loan officers because they're spending hundreds of dollars a month buying leads. So when he saw this, it was an absolute no-brainer. Realtors are spending $50 to $1,000 a month for leads. When they see this, it is a no-brainer. The $399 will not be an issue after this promotion's over. That's going to be the type of recruit you want, somebody that can afford it, somebody that wants it, they don't need it, but they want it. And they will appreciate it. They will gladly pay you the $399, and they will gladly pay the $60 a month and never ask you a question. That's the type of recruit that you want to be involved in. But there are, after the 60 days is over, Scott, you can explain the other two products again.
Yeah, so the three products, I'm going to start at the lower tier. There's the travel agent product that's $99 setup plus $39.95 per month. And that only allows you access to become a travel agent. There's no Vortex, there's no membership, there's no savings. It's strictly for those that want to be travel agents. The Vortex Plus is the travel agency and the Vortex where you can make money while people save money on their travel. So at that point, you can send out your Vortex link. People don't pay anything for it. They register with an email and a password, and they get savings and you get paid. That is $199 and $49.95 per month. Then you have the Vortex Platinum, which includes the travel agent, the Vortex, and the membership. And that's the one that's normally $399, $59.95 a month. But that's the one that we're doing right now on the $199 and $59.95 a month for the Vortex Platinum. And that's just, and honestly, folks, that's just for your group. It's just for this Project 2K. It's just for your team. It's just for this 60-day push. And if I could, let me just say something. What you guys are doing right now, you ladies and gentlemen are doing, I'm not sure, Dwayne, that you really know how big this is going to be in the industry. When you can start making the announcements and you can talk to people about what's happened in such a short period of time, there are a ton of people out there who are just not, they're not like, I'm leaving my company. We're not trying to get people to leave their company, but they're just not happy. Things haven't worked out like they thought it would for whatever reason. I'm not saying whether it's the company's fault, it's the person's fault, whether it's just bad timing, I don't know. But the story that you're creating, I believe, is going to be the greatest recruiting story of the summer. And leverage it like crazy of what you can do. See, Dwayne, I think that this summer during this 90 bonuses and 90 people in 90 days, I believe that you're going to have 3 or 4 people earn a $10,000 bonus, which means if they do that in the first 100 days, the total earnings using this Vortex Platinum product, the total earnings when you do that, 100 team builder sales, folks, it's right at $50,000. You get 3 or 4 people to do that, it's over. I'm telling you that you will zoom past director. You'll go from marketing director to regional director to national director so fast it's going to make people dizzy. That's what you're putting together. I can't, man, I tell you, Dwayne, I'm using this story. I hope you guys are too, because I'm going to use it. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's people. I'll tell you, Scott, I see it as well. And I mean, we've been in the industry for some time, and we know all the telltale signs. And I know we got some folks on here that see it as well. They've been in the game a long time, and they're running like a bat out of hell. And we got some newbies also coming aboard that are really starting to get that itch and get that buzz. We got a young guys here that they're right out of college, or some still in college. We got all different ethnicities and all age groups that's really trying to do some things here. So we're excited about that. Someone asked, can you increase commissions by completing the certified travel program?
I'm going to have to defer that one to Chris. Okay, my understanding is that you by completing the trainings and through production, you can increase the commission percentage. I know it's up to 80%. I believe it may even be as high as 90% of the commissions in travel.
Yes. Yeah, so actually, I saw you guys are at 90. Those of you that transitioned over, you came in at the 80% of you came from AGS as a licensed guy. So we worked that out for you. But before you can make any money on the travel, you do have to complete your training program. Does a 3-minute in the back office actually serve? So I guess, Scott, you currently have a 3-minute peak call, I guess?
What's that?
Do you currently have a 3-minute peak call in your back office?
I'm gonna have to defer to someone who could answer that specifically. I'll check with Clint. That's a good question.
Okay, I'm assuming you do because somebody's asking the question. Does the 3-minute in the back office actually serve as a peak for prospects? I'm assuming, Kathy, you're talking about we currently have our own 2-minute peak call, which is geared for realtors and loan officers. But that's not in the back office. If you saw one in the back office, then yes. Are there restrictions to reproducing your own material, flyers, business cards, etc.? We do have our marketing, which we're getting approved with Scott. In fact, we sent the brochure up to Chris and you guys the other day. They loved it. So what I would say to you guys before you try to go to your own little marketing and produce stuff with Serge's name on it or MCC's name on it, please get it approved first. We will no longer need home biz books. Home biz books we are going to still be using them in conjunction with our Travel Your Way to Wealth. As a matter of fact, they're making up our flip charts right now. He'll be on our training call next week, Sunday. Dwayne, can we sign up people on our site? As of tomorrow, you will be able to sign people on your site. Anybody as of today, you need to fax the apps in because they are manually producing them. But tomorrow, Scott, we should be good to go, correct?
Here's what we'll do. We'll definitely, that's my first call in the morning. I talked to Dwayne just before the call. Dwayne Vansel at the home office, the chief operations officer. He believed that the emails were all sent out on the first group that went in on Thursday, which is why I was saying check your junk mail just to make sure it didn't get redirected there. But Dwayne, anybody that we have, everybody's sites will be live tomorrow. They're already live. You just don't know how to get to them. We'll make sure that is done.
Absolutely, excellent. Because right now, Charles, there's an existing 199, which makes them the Travel Plus. So we don't want that. You don't want them to sign up for that. You want them to have the special price, the 199, which is 50% off for the Vortex Platinum. So let's confirm that. And tomorrow, I'll send a text out to everybody that's live. By the way, our text blast is now open. Send the text to 94253. That's the number. 94253. Somebody type this in, and you're going to put in the word Project 2000, and that's going to opt you in to our text blast for our group here. If you have completed your training with Pro Travel to become an agent with AGS, yes, Pastor Blue, if you completed that training, that will transfer over because it's still Pro Travel. And also, if you did trainings in the past from our other companies. The number's 942. Hold on. Let me confuse it. 942. Hold on. 94253. Thank you. 94253. Just change that, Coach Big. 94253. Text Project 2000. Project 2000 to 94253.
Dwayne, I think I'm reading the question from Marvin and Daryl. and I believe I can at least give you an ETA on that.
Yep.
And that is when people sign up on the site, how are they going to get the $199 product if it's not something that we're selling as a
Correct.
company? Okay.
Correct.
And I did see an email yesterday that tomorrow we will have in our testing environment, we're testing something to see if we've got that fixed for your group. And by Wednesday, I should absolutely know for sure. Okay. I'm hoping that that everything goes fine tomorrow in the test environment, and we even may be able to be live on Tuesday. But let's touch base on that so that I could get the information to you, and then you can text out to everybody who just gave you their text blast. You can text it out and say exactly how to do that.
Excellent. In the interim, guys, just fill up the physical app, fax it over to me. We have our own liaison over there. She's working diligently. I'm in communication with her 4, 5, 6 times throughout the course of the day to make sure everything is getting handled. So just fax them into me or email them to me, and we'll get the app sent up. Make sure you just include who your sponsor is, so we can have that adjusted correctly. And maybe we could do a promo code. We was talking about the promo code, Marv, but we got so many variables with this product. They're still giving us the bonuses with the promo. You know, it's not as simple as just making a promo code and moving forward. So that you guys do know, because we're getting such a big break here, the overrides are not available. But I was twisting Scott's arm to make sure those first 7 do count. So Scott, can you confirm that?
I can confirm that, even though nobody at the home office knows it. Yes.
Okay. Well, you're the CEO, so what you say, go.
That'll definitely be a manual process, but we are making sure that we're counting basically a fast start bonus for everyone, and that's going to include those first 3 sales. And yes, that's a done deal. I'm going to be in the home office. As a matter of fact, we're flying in. Dad, Chris, and I are all flying in tomorrow, or for Tuesday morning, and so that will be done. Dwayne, do me a favor and just send an email to Chris and I, just reminding us. I've already got it. I've already got Dwayne on top of it. But if you wouldn't mind doing that, it's just never a bad idea to have one more reminder, because that's an important thing.
No problem. No problem at all. Definitely will take care of that. So that's good stuff. So guys, I mean, hopefully this answered a lot of your questions. We did record this training, and we will have it available for playback for those that missed it or came on late. We covered a lot of information, but this is what I want you to understand. I want you to just pass the video out to people. But all I want you to do is understand that right now, it is game time. All you need to focus on is putting people in the system as fast as you possibly can. By the time the smoke clears, you will have earned multiple $1,000 bonuses. Ask Vincent Montgomery. Vincent Montgomery has been sending me apps literally every 45 minutes. Mr. Halim Kudus, he's in the hospital for cancer. Sent me 3 apps from the hospital bed. He's in the hospital bed being treated for cancer, and is working his phone while he's going through an operation because he's got stage 4 cancer. 3, 4 apps I got from him the last 3 days. So I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you this. Somebody said, Anita, I signed up Saturday. Yes, if you paid the $199, Anita, you have the platinum. That's all we are marketing right now. We are only marketing the platinum for our group. Anybody coming in, it's $199. Whether they check plus or not is irrelevant. They are getting the platinum. $199 gets the platinum. Do not even allow people to give you $99. If they only got $99, take it as a deposit. Say, give me another $100 next week. So we want to bring you at the top of the game. That's all we have. That's all we are offering, period, for the next 60 days. By the time the smoke clears, you guys are going to thank me 10 times over. You're going to make a ton of money, and you got to do it in a small period of time. We have a lot of people watching us right now. There's a lot of people watching us. Tomorrow, we got recognition flyers. It's going to be hitting. It's going to be hitting all over social media, congratulating all of our $1,000 earners who earned the $1,000 bonus in the first 24 hours. We're going to have a bunch who hit the $1,000 bonus this coming week. We're going to be acknowledging you and recognizing you this week. I'm big on recognition. By the time we come together for our 45 day, half of our 90-day promotion, I'll tell you, I'm looking at minimum 45 to 50 of you already earning your bonuses, minimally. By the time we conclude our 90-day promotion, my birthday weekend, October 12th, we're going to celebrate in Las Vegas on a 3-day retreat. So commencing our 90 bonuses in 90 days. And I guarantee you, my goal is to push past those 90 bonuses and help 100 to 110 of you, 130 of you, 150 of you hit these $1,000 bonuses. Our intention is to break the bank. So with that information, I just want to thank you all for plugging in tonight. Scott, as always, I want to thank you for your time. You know, you could be doing many things, but you chose to be here on a Sunday night, taking time away from your family to spend as the CEO of the company to make sure that our people are getting the accurate and correct information. And I can't tell you how much that means to me as a leader and how much it means to our team. So God bless you, sir. Definitely looking forward to doing some big things here at SURJ 365. We are just getting started. And as the people say, you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about winning. It's all about success. It's all about making sure that we help other people, as many people as we possibly can, get the rewards and get the recognition. To that be said, God bless you all. This webinar is officially over. Everybody have a great night. We'll be back to doing webinars this week, one a night, and a 24-hour link will become available as of tomorrow. Thank you guys. Have a great night. This webinar is officially over.